Welcome back to another episode of the Canon. I'm your host Terry, and today I'm reviewing Incredibles 2. Yes, not a huge blockbuster superhero movie, but a superhero movie nonetheless, and one that we have been waiting for so long. I think most people would agree the first Incredibles when it came out was one of their favorite Pixar movies, and I think still holds up till today. And not only just a Pixar movie, but really gave us something out of a superhero movie that we haven't had before. Now, a lot of people do the Fantastic Four jokes. I don't follow that train. I mean, if you listen to me, you know I'm not a huge hater on the Fantastic Four movies. But besides that, this was a very different family dynamic than the Fantastic Four to begin with. But it is a family of superheroes, something that we didn't get on the big screen, at least, in that type of iteration. And then I think the biggest thing about the Incredibles that really stands out is not just the superhero or the family aspect, it's the spy aspect. It's this 60s, 70s feel aspect to it that makes it really sleek and kind of cool. The music, all of it makes it kind of, especially when they open up and kind of show the heroes in their glory days, it just was a different feel than you ever had, because it was just kind of open, like, hey, we're all superheroes, we're all out here. It kind of was just a job. And so, I don't know, it was pretty cool. So anyway, we finally get the sequel, long awaited, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. I will say this is a true straight up sequel to the second one that plays almost like one big movie, because actually I did get to see the double feature, which is how I saw it a day early. And so watching them back to back, it really plays like one long movie. And because of that, I think if you weren't interested or you didn't like the first one, then I doubt you magically get on board with this one. And vice versa, if you really love the first one, it'd be hard for me to see that you don't like this one or really love this one, because it really is, it gives you everything the first one did. As far as the humor, the family aspect, the aesthetic, they didn't really change it. They didn't try to do anything different. And it's so weird. I mean, besides a little bit of the animation, because it was in IMAX, you could tell that was different. But besides that, it really felt like this movies came out, back to back. And so the other, negative side to that is that there's no real innovation to it. And so they don't take it to a new height. They don't try to switch gears. It really is just more the same. But the product in the first place was amazing. So it's not bad to get more of that. And I'm not even trying to say it's not enjoyable. I'm just saying that if I had to say one thing, is that you won't get anything brand new in this movie. And then on top of that, I would say the story was a little predictable for me, at least. And again, I'm good at that type of stuff. So I don't know if everybody will see like the twists and turns in the plot coming or not, but I kind of saw that coming from a mile away. It didn't really detract from my enjoyment, but for me, the twist was kind of, as far as like the villain, it was kind of, easy for me. But that, and then I say they lean on Jack Jack too much, which is kind of hard because Jack Jack is so amazing in this movie. I loved every second of it, but I still have to admit they lean too much, because in the first one, Jack Jack was kind of an afterthought, and it was a cooler thing at the end, like, and with the short, with the babysitter that was on the special features, it was a cooler thing, like, okay, you got these supers, and each one has their own power, but then one has all these powers, kind of reminiscent to, the X-Man with, whose son was that? I think it was Professor X's son. But anyway, yes, it's reminiscent to that. And so it was just kind of like a cool, cherry on top. With this, it's like, okay, people love that. Let's give you a lot more of that, which is, it's great. And none of it is bad. Honestly, none of it is bad. But it's like, okay, wow, Jack Jack's in this movie a little more than I thought he would be. But, it's okay. So the story wasn't, all that great. And it wasn't super original, and they did a lot with Jack Jack. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints. We had such a great time in the theater. I mean, not even just that. It was a great movie. It brought back that feeling of The Incredibles. I thought they really did natural progressions to where it would go. And they do some interesting things. I mean, I think one of the coolest things about the first one is when they play with this world where superheroes are, but also superheroes are banned by the government. And kind of this idea of, I always say I only know this because I just watched the first one back to back, is this idea that Syndrome was saying that, you know, when everybody's special, then nobody will be special. And not in an evil way, but in a way that they cast me out because I wasn't special. I wasn't a hero, so I couldn't be a hero. And so I'm going to make it where everybody can be special and don't have to feel that way again. And on the other side, you had Dash, who was telling his parents, like, y'all want everybody to be special, so basically nobody's special. Y'all don't want me to stand out. And so there was this whole theme of that. And then in this one, there's this, well, I don't want to spoil what it is, but it's in the trailers with the screenslaver. It's really this idea of playing with this world again. About bringing heroes back to light, kind of using marketing and whatnot, and letting people kind of see heroes in a different light so that they can become legal again. And there's things I don't want to spoil. Maybe I'll talk a little. I don't want to do that. I won't talk about spoilers. Maybe I'll do it in a different video. But there's some cool things they play with. I think that are relevant to the times, but also it was cool how they pulled it off, because if my timeline's correct, this is around the 70s or something when it takes place. So, for the relevant messages from today to be in there, I thought they did that expertly. But yeah, I don't know, I gotta look into it, like the voices, because it was the exact same, or at least it felt the exact same. And so, I mean, it's been 14 years, so I gotta feel like that, of course the adults didn't change, but those kids, I have a hard time believing they sound like that still. So I wonder how they were able to work around that. But yeah, it was good, man. It was good, top to bottom. As far as a grade, I'm gonna give it an A-. I'm gonna give it a 92. Again, ultimately enjoyable. Definitely gonna watch it more than once. Definitely gonna buy it. It's not gonna hit the elite level because it didn't do anything new, but it's still a great movie. So definitely in the top 3 probably of my top 10 so far this year. But anyway, go to the comment section. Let me know what you thought about Incredibles 2 if you saw it. If you are planning on seeing it, tell me what you're excited for. Thumbs up, subscribe, share it around, get the convo started. And remember, if you heard it here, it's official canon.